Over 60, eat this seed has more protein than eggs. Reverse is muscle. Today I promise to help you understand what sarcopenia really is, why so many older adults are losing muscle without even knowing it, and most importantly, 7 everyday foods that can help you stay strong, mobile, and active without expensive supplements or protein powders. One of them is a tiny seed that's richer in protein than an egg, and most people are completely ignoring it. Before I show you the 7 powerful foods that can slow down or even reverse muscle loss after 60, let me quickly introduce myself. I've spent over 20 years working with older adults who have lost their strength, muscle, and independence way too soon. And let me tell you, what you eat after 60 can make or break how you age. And I've seen too many seniors suffer simply because no one ever explained what was happening to their body or how they could stop it. That's exactly why this channel, Health Everyday, exists. We're here to give clear, trustworthy, science-based health advice, specifically for older adults, so you can take care of your body, protect your independence, and stay healthy with your loved ones for years to come. And I know how it feels. You just want to stay healthy, fight off aging, and feel like yourself again. But sometimes we trust the wrong things. That mistake can cost us our strength, balance, or even independence. I don't want that to happen to you or anyone in your family. If you agree that this is something more people should know about, leave a comment below. Type 1 if you've ever struggled with weakness, balance issues, or muscle loss, or 0 if you haven't. I read every comment and will do my best to answer any questions. And if this topic matters to you or someone you love, hit like and subscribe to Health Every Day. You'll get real useful health tips made specifically for seniors, simple, scientific, and always up to date. 1. Chickpea flour. Most people know chickpeas from soups, salads, or maybe a bowl of hummus at lunch, but what many don't realize is that chickpea flour made by grinding those same chickpeas into a fine powder can be a total game changer for muscle health, especially after 60. Just 100 grams of this flour gives you over 20 grams of plant-based protein, along with fiber, iron, and folate, all of which play a major role in supporting your muscles, fighting off fatigue, and helping your nervous system function smoothly. It's a powerhouse food that often flies under the radar. What makes chickpea flour so special isn't just its nutrition, but how easy it is to use and digest. You can stir it into soups to make them heartier, use it in pancake batter, or even just mix a tablespoon with water as a simple homemade protein drink. And here's something important. Research from the University of Reading shows that older adults actually absorb nutrients from ground legumes like chickpeas better than from whole versions. That's because digestion naturally slows as we age, and the powdered form is much gentler on the stomach. So if you've had any trouble with bloating or heaviness after meals, this flour
might just be the missing piece.
But the benefits don't stop at protein. Chickpeas also contain tryptophan and vitamin B6, 2 nutrients that help improve your mood, sleep, and overall sense of well-being. And believe it or not, sleep and mood directly impact your body's ability to preserve and rebuild muscle. So when you include chickpea flour in your diet, you're not just getting stronger, you're supporting your entire system, from digestion to energy to emotional balance. It's a simple, affordable step, but it can make a real difference. 2. Moringa powder. If you've never heard of moringa powder, you're not alone, but you're about to wonder why it's not already in your kitchen. Moringa comes from a plant that's been used in traditional medicine for centuries, but its powdered form is where the real magic happens, especially when it comes to supporting muscle strength and preventing age weakness. Just 1 tablespoon of this green superfood gives you up to 7 grams of easy-to-absorb protein, and that's just the beginning. It also contains more calcium than a glass of milk, more iron than spinach, and more potassium than a banana. For older adults, that's an incredible nutritional boost in a tiny scoop. What makes moringa stand out isn't just the amount of nutrients it packs, but how well your body can actually use them. The protein in moringa is highly bioavailable, meaning it gets absorbed and to work faster and more efficiently than many other plant-based sources. On top of that, it's full of anti-inflammatory compounds, which is a big deal because chronic inflammation is one of the hidden causes of accelerated muscle loss in older adults. That stiffness, soreness, or sluggish feeling in your muscles, inflammation often plays a part. One study published in the Journal of Food Science and Nutrition found that Older adults who used moringa regularly for 3 months showed noticeable improvements in grip strength, balance, and energy, and it's super easy to use. You can start into a morning smoothie, blend it with warm water, or even mix it into soup or coffee. Its mild taste and smooth texture make it one of the most versatile powders out there. Plus, it's loaded with antioxidants like quercetin and chlorogenic acid, which help protect your muscle cells from everyday damage. Moringa isn't just a supplement, it's a daily shield your muscles will thank you for. 3. Cooked quinoa. A lot of folks think quinoa is a type of cereal, but it's actually pseudo-grain, and it's been prized by ancient Indian cultures for centuries. Why? Because quinoa contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it one of the few plant-based sources of complete protein. In fact, just 1 cup of cooked quinoa gives you around 8 grams of high-quality protein plus essential minerals like magnesium, manganese, and phosphorus, which are all critical for repairing muscle fibers and keeping your bones strong. But here's what really sets quinoa apart. It doesn't just give hydrates, which help keep your blood sugar levels stable throughout the day. That's important because blood sugar spikes and crashes can silently damage your muscles and your peripheral nerves over time. By providing a steady release of energy, quinoa helps your body maintain and rebuild instead of burning out and breaking down. And it's not just theory. Researchers at the University of Sao Paulo found that older adults who ate quinoa 3 times a week experienced real improvements in energy recovery after light exercise and overall well-being. It's also incredibly easy to prepare. Just boil 1 cup of quinoa with 2 cups of water for about 15 minutes. You've got a soft, nutty-tasting base that pairs well with pretty much anything: vegetables, soups, salads, or even scrambled eggs. So if you're looking for something simple, delicious, and powerful for your muscles, quinoa deserves a regular spot on your plate. It's affordable, it's easy to cook, and it gives your body the fuel it needs to stay strong even as you age. 4. Full firm tofu. Now, I know tofu gets mixed reactions. Some people love it, some aren't sure what to do with it. But when it comes to supporting your muscles after 60, firm tofu deserves a serious second look. Made from soybeans, it's one of the best plant-based sources of complete protein, and it's surprisingly easy to digest. Just 150 grams serving of firm tofu gives you around 15 grams of protein, and it comes packed with calcium, magnesium, and something most people overlook: natural phytoestrogens. These are plant compounds that help protect muscle and bone density, especially for women going through or after menopause when the risk of muscle loss really ramps up. But here's a key detail: not all tofu is created. Firm tofu has less water and more protein per bite compared to the softer varieties. That means you're getting more of what your muscles need in every portion, and thanks to its neutral flavor, it's super versatile in the kitchen. You can grill it, stir it into soups, scramble it with a bit of turmeric, or even crumble it into veggie dishes or wraps. One study from Kyushu University showed that older adults who ate firm tofu 4 times a week experienced slower leg strength loss and better walking balance compared to those who didn't include it in their diets. And for people dealing with dental issues or sensitive digestion, which becomes more common as we age, tofu is soft, safe, and really easy to chew and absorb. So don't let tofu's reputation fool you. When it comes to aging well, it's a low-calorie, high-protein, easy-to-use food that fits beautifully into a muscle-supporting diet, and once you learn how to cook it the way you like, it just might become one of your favorites. Before we go on, I want to ask you something. Have you ever felt like your body's getting weaker and you don't really know why? Maybe you've tried standing up, climbing the stairs, or just carrying a grocery bag and it felt harder than it used to. If you've ever felt that way, drop a comment below and share what you're going through, even just 1 sentence. I truly want to know, because sometimes just saying it out loud is the first step toward change. No, let's keep going. 5. Sunflower seeds. You've probably seen sunflower seeds before, maybe in a trail mix, a bag of snacks, or toasted on top of a bakery loaf, but most people don't realize that. These little seeds are packed with protein and can play a big role in keeping your muscles strong as you get older. Just 100 grams of sunflower seeds delivers close to 21 grams of protein, which is almost the same as a small chicken breast. That's huge for a food that's usually seen as just a snack. But it's not just about protein. Sunflower seeds are loaded with vitamin E, selenium, and magnesium, three nutrients that work together to support muscle health, protect your nerves, and help fight off chronic fatigue. In fact, research from the University of Barcelona found that sunflower seeds activate certain enzymes that actually boost muscle metabolism, especially in older adults who aren't getting as much physical activity as they used to. One of the best things about sunflower seeds is how easy they are to include in your day. You can toss a handful into salads, mix them into veggie soups, sprinkle them over cooked grains, or even blend them into homemade bread or healthy cookies. If you don't like eating whole seeds, you can grind them into a fine flour and use that to bake high-protein pancakes or muffins. Either way, you're getting serious nutrition in a very affordable and accessible packet. And here's a bonus. Sunflower seeds also contain phytosterols and powerful antioxidants that help reduce silent inflammation, one of the sneakiest causes of muscle breakdown as we age. So next time you're thinking of buying a protein bar or a pricey supplement, remember that something as simple as a handful of sunflower seeds might be just
as effective and a lot more natural. 6 by Sacha Inchi seeds. Let's move on to a true hidden gem, Sacha Inchi seeds. These seeds come from the Amazon rainforest and have been used for generations
by indigenous communities, not just for food, but as a natural source of strength and longevity. And once you hear what's inside them, you'll understand why. Sacha Inchi seeds contain a whopping 25-30 grams of complete protein per seed toward 100 grams. That puts them among the richest plant-based protein sources in the world, but it doesn't stop there. They also have an unusually high amount of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, even more than many types of fish. So what does that mean for your body? First, the protein helps maintain and rebuild muscle tissue. Second, the healthy fats support your joints, heart, and brain. And third, the natural antioxidants like vitamins A and E help reduce inflammation and protect cells from aging damage. That's a powerful combination, especially for anyone over 60. A study from the Nutrition Institute of Lima showed that seniors who consume Sacha Inchi just 3 times a week improve their muscle strength and recovery time after physical activity. That's not a fancy supplement or a high-pressed powder. That's just a seed. And the best part? You don't need a lot. Just 1 tablespoon a day can give your body noticeable support. You can eat Sacha Inchi seeds toasted like peanuts or buy them in powder form, and mix them into smoothies, oatmeal, or plain yogurt. They have a mild nutty flavor that blends well into both sweet and savory foods, and because they're so nutrient-dense, a little bit goes a long way. If you're trying to build a simple natural routine for better strength and energy, adding Sacha Inchi might be one of the smartest moves you can make. 7. Hemp seeds. And now, saving the best for last, let's talk about hemp seeds. If there's one food every adult over 60 should know about, but probably doesn't, it's this one. Hemp seeds are often overlooked, maybe because of their name or because they're not as common in everyday kitchens, but the truth is, they might just be the most powerful plant-based protein source available. Per 100 grams, hemp seeds contain an incredible 31 to 33 grams of protein more
in eggs, which have about 13 grams in the same amount. But it's not just the amount of protein that makes hemp so special, it's the quality. Hemp protein is what nutritionists call complete.
It contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair muscle. Even better, it's highly digestible, which is crucial for older adults. As we age, our bodies naturally produce fewer digestive enzymes, making some proteins harder to absorb, but hemp protein breaks down easily and gets used fast. No heaviness, no bloating, no weird aftertaste, and that's not all. Hemp seeds are loaded with magnesium, iron, zinc, potassium, and phosphorus, all of which help your muscles function properly and recover after daily activity. Plus, they offer omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in the ideal balance for reducing inflammation and supporting your joints. That means less pain, better mobility, and faster healing from everyday wear and tear. A study from the University of Alberta and Canada found that older adults who ate just 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds a day for 8 weeks gained noticeable improvements in strength, balance, mood, digestion, and even sleep quality. Why does that matter? Because good sleep and digestion are essential for muscle repair. If you're not sleeping well or digesting your food properly, your body can't rebuild efficiently, no matter how much protein you eat. Hemp seeds are incredibly easy to add to your routine. You don't have to cook them, soak them, or prep them in any special way. Just sprinkle a spoonful into oatmeal, blend it into a smoothie, mix it into rice or a veggie stir-fry, or even stir it into yogurt. They have a mild nutty taste, kind of like sunflower seeds or walnuts, and they don't overpower the flavor of your food. Honestly, once you try them and see how simple it is to use them every day, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Hemp seeds are the kind of food that makes a real difference quietly, consistently, and naturally. They're not trendy, they're not flashy, but they work. Losing strength as you age isn't something you have to accept. It's not just getting older more often, it's your body quietly asking for the nutrients it's missing, the kind that it rebuild, protect, and thrive, especially after 60. But here's the truth: you don't need fancy supplements, expensive powders, or complicated diets. You just need real food. A few small additions like the seeds we talked about today can completely shift the way your body feels and functions. These aren't trends, they're time-tested nutrient-dense foods that support muscle, energy, sleep, digestion, and more. Because your body hasn't stopped healing, it hasn't given up on you, it's just waiting patiently for the right fuel. So start small.
Add a tablespoon of hemp seeds, mix in a scoop of quinoa, try a sprinkle of moringa. These little changes can add up to something big. You can stay strong, you can feel good in your body again. You absolutely still can.
And if this helped you, there's more where that came from. Watch this next video. It's packed with even more simple, powerful tips for staying strong and healthy after 60. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never
miss out on future videos.
I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.